3 people with ties to the U.S. consulate have been shot to death in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, just across the border from El Paso, Texas. An American couple was found dead in their vehicle with their uninjured child in the back seat. The third victim was identified as the husband of a Mexican consulate employee. 2 of his children were injured in the drive-by slayings. Officials say men intercepted the victims' cars as they returned from a child's birthday party. The 3 were killed in broad daylight. The suspects are believed to be drug traffickers battling for control of smuggling routes. President Obama has expressed outrage at the thousands of drug-related murders in Ciudad Juarez and other parts of Mexico.
A 12-year-old boy is facing murder charges for allegedly killing his father's pregnant fiancée. Jordan Brown is one of the youngest suspects in the country to be charged with homicide. 26-year-old Kenzie Hook was found in her bedroom. Authorities say she was shot in the head. Brown faces separate murder charges for both the woman and her unborn child. If convicted, he faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. He has pleaded not guilty. His family, friends, and attorneys say he is innocent and want to move the case to the juvenile court system. But the prosecutors say there is a strong physical evidence linking Brown to the murder. Police found gun residue on his shirt, and a state trooper testified that the gun smelled like it had been recently fired.
Many people are still looking for work, and some of them attended a job fair downtown. Valley View's Lizette Gomez has more.
Thousands of people came out to the 15th annual community job fair at Dodger Stadium. While unemployment is still a challenge in Los Angeles, the Labor Department has seen recent signs of employment recovery. Job seekers have added skills to their resume.
Presently learning the new extended version of Lightroom as it works with Photoshop and Adobe Bridge, and I'm looking to find a job in that.
As the unemployment rate stays at a high percentage, there are jobs still available, and people are taking advantage of those opportunities at the LA Community Job Fair. A volunteer with the National Association for the Hispanic Elderly says people can get paid job training.
While folks are looking for their actual permanent job, they can come to the National Association, they can get paid training, clerical training, they get placed with nonprofit agencies across the Southland.
The Employment Development Department has reached out to different employers who have job openings to come recruit and fill positions. EDD also offers programs to help those prepare for the application process.
We offer workshops to assist them with their resume writing, with their interviewer skills, with their, bring up their computer skills to do a lot of the job searches now on the internet. So we need to get that available for them. So we have computers, anything that they need.
There were even some opportunities to obtain a job instantly.
One of the things that we ask our employers once they arrive is that they need to, or we request that they offer an opportunity to interview on the spot, and if they're able to hire on the spot, to go ahead and do that.
The unemployment battle is a slow process, but the job market is on the mend. In Los Angeles, I'm Lizette Gomez for Valley View News.
Owners of a jewelry store in Maryland learned a new meaning to the term diamond in the rough. The store owner's golden retriever ate a 3-carat diamond. He ate the pricey treat when it fell onto the floor. 3 days later, the owners got their diamond back, and the golden retriever is back in the office eating dog treats, not jewelry.
The Cal State University budget crisis has claimed a sports team. We'll tell you which one just moments away.
Here's Brett Teal with what's going on in the world of sports.
California State University Northridge has made the decision to cut the men's and women's swim teams. Valley View's Dina Khalil is in the newsroom with more.
Thanks, Brett. With the school facing an ongoing financial crisis, it was a sacrifice officials say they had to make to keep their head above water. This will be one of the last times these swimmers will practice their strokes in CSUN's 25-meter pool. The CSUN award-winning men and women's swim teams will be discontinued at the end of the 2010 academic year. CSUN officials say the financial crisis and severe budget reductions have forced the cut. The decision to cut the swim team would save $300,000 for the school, which would keep other sports programs afloat. But this will impact the CSUN swimming community the hardest. This is Hank Weinberger. His strength, the backstroke. He knows what he's doing when it comes to swimming. He even broke the school record last year. But when it comes to his future at CSUN, he has no idea what he's going to do.
We're one of the most diverse teams on campus. We're one of the best academic teams on campus, and I really think that it's going to affect everyone a lot, and it's going to be a really hard decision whether or not to stay or whether or not to go.
The decision will reduce the number of intercollegiate sports from 20 to 18. Other sports programs at CSUN cost a lot more to sustain, so why the swim team? Athletics Director Rick Mazzuto says the swim team is not mandated and that cutting it would result in the biggest savings.
If I thought there was any chance of continuing with the swim program, we certainly would not have made that announcement.
Barry Schreifels has been coaching the team for 17 years, and for him, the cut would mean the loss of his position.
There's very few Division I head swim coach jobs in the whole country, and I've reached that. And so for me to reach kind of the top of my profession and then have it taken away and try to decide what I'm going to do, I'm still confused.
The swim team has even added academic value to CSUN by bringing in students like 2009 graduate Simone Luker. She was a captain of the team and an award-winning journalism student who came to CSUN on an athletic scholarship. She's not part of the team this year, but was still saddened to hear the news.
I'm glad it didn't end when I was swimming. But at the same time, it's like all that hard work that we put into the team, it's kind of like, where's it all go now?
Many of the swim team students are here at CSUN on an athletic scholarship, but they have been assured that they will continue to receive aid until graduation. And if they do decide to transfer out, the athletics department will try to assist them as much as possible. In Northridge, I'm Dina Khalil, Valley View News.
Manny Pacquiao retained his welterweight boxing title against Joshua Clottey in that giant complex they call Cowboy Stadium. Pacquiao dominated from the opening bell with the biggest fight crowd the U.S. has seen in 17 years. Pacquiao threw more than 1,200 punches, landing 246 with his opponent only landing around 100. The fight was so one-sided that even those who sat in the nosebleed section could tell that Pacquiao was in command. One judge gave him every round while the other two gave him all but one. The Pac-Man says the world wants to see him and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the ring. Pacquiao says that's what he wants too and is ready when Mayweather is. It's time to start filling out your brackets. March Madness is here. Kansas, Kentucky, Duke, and Syracuse locked up the #1 seeds. The only teams from Southern California to make the tournament were San Diego State University and UC Santa Barbara. CSUN's only chance to make it was to win the Big West tournament, but they were bounced in the first round by Cal State Fullerton. The Anaheim Ducks are in last place in their division and have no shot of making the playoffs. And just their luck, they get to play the Western Conference leading San Jose Sharks, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Already up 1-0 in the first, Ducks on the fast break when Teemu Selanne sneaks one through for his 599th career goal. 1 minute left in the first when Lubomir Wisnowski catches the Sharks by surprise, puts this one in from Angel Stadium. Ducks hold the lead, winning 4-2 and snap a 5-game losing streak. Selanne had to leave the game with a shoulder injury in the third period after crashing into the boards. The Los Angeles Kings opened a 4-game homestand against the Predators. The Kings have lost their last 6 games against Nashville. Knotted up at 1 in the third period when the Kings' Dustin Brown goes top shelf through traffic, but the lead was short-lived. Nashville would tie the game at 2. Then later in the third, Patrick Hornquist cleans up the deflection, slides this one in. Predators go on to win 4-2. The Kings have fallen out of the 4th playoff spot in the West and, with the drop, have lost home ice advantage in the first round. David Beckham will be sidelined for 5 to 8 months. A torn Achilles tendon crushed Beckham's hopes of playing in his 4th World Cup. The injury could be the end of his international career. The Galaxy midfielder was hurt while playing on loan for AC Milan. Beckham limped toward the sidelines before being carried off the field in the closing minutes of the match. The former English captain could have been the first English player to appear in 4 World Cups if he had been selected to play in the tournament. That's the Sports Roundup. Back to you, Alexis.